I like to envision Theater Nova in 10 years as this place where we're sort of gardeners of new plays, and that we provide the tools that playwrights need all along their journey, that we're sort of there at every step, providing the appropriate soil, water, air, sunlight that they need to take the next step.
For a playwright, I mean, you spend 3 months by yourself in a room, or 6 months or 3 years working on a script, but it's all voices in your head. And to get the staged reading, to actually see actors up there bring those words to life, it either confirms what you thought, or you might be tearing it up and starting over, but you've got to get that opportunity to see it on stage with other human beings and an audience.
Every community has its issues that they are responding to and reacting to, and I think when playwrights from that community respond to those issues, it really creates a community, a sense of community for everyone involved, the actors, the audience, the designers, the playwright, when we all feel like our voices and our stories are being projected onto the stage.
I have found the experience of working on a new play to be one of the most exciting there is as an artist. I've also seen the faces of audience members as they have that experience. They engage in a different way, I think, when the material is so brand new. And when the material is kind of the here and now, I think that that's one of the things that's so important about fostering the work of new playwrights, is that these are stories that are important and that are happening now.
Our relationship with these theaters from across the country is really evident just in the first season. Bringing in Byron Seller and INU and Grounded that have been developed at different theaters throughout the country, and bringing them into Michigan for their Michigan premieres is going to be really exciting. This is new work. This isn't stuff you can see anyplace else. It's not like you can sit home and see anything on Netflix. You can't see an adaptation. You're not going to the theater. These aren't your father's plays. So this is new work, and this is the only place to see them.
It's a big deal that Theater Nova is going to be doing these sort of edgier work, because that is in much shorter supply now. The best theaters find a way to get in the shows that push things a little, but they can't go there all the time. I think Theater Nova is going to go there most of the time.
The last thing that we do, which I think is one of the most important things that you can do for a playwright, is to promote it out into the national community. A script that comes across your desk as an artistic director that is unsolicited, even if it's from an agent or if it's from a playwright, you don't look at it in quite the same way as one that comes from the hands of a fellow artistic director, or one that comes from an artistic director that says, hey, we did this, it did great for us, it's really in your wheelhouse, take a look at it. That kind of advocacy that you can do on behalf of playwrights to move their work out into the broader national community is really important.
Having a theater or an artistic director who's in your corner and an advocate on your behalf is just huge, because well, one, it's a level of credibility, and to be able to approach other artistic directors from across the country with this person who's speaking on your behalf, that opens doors that you couldn't get any other way. Yeah, it's unparalleled.
I remember Rishi Jaitley, who was with the Knight Foundation, talking about he said that he was interested less in collaborations and more so in collisions, because when strong people come together, then there's a collision that impacts the universe around them, and things are forever changed after that collision occurs. And I kind of see this as a collision where a lot of strong-willed and strong-minded artists are coming together and forcing change, in essence, and bringing something new to the environment. So I think that that's the real power of it.
I hope that promoting playwrights in Michigan will help keep our artists in Michigan. I know we have so much talent here, and sometimes that talent feels like they need to go somewhere else to get the exposure. And I think if we continue to develop playwrights here and value playwrights here, that our playwrights will stay here. 10 years down the line, when someone's studying playwriting in college, their goal is, oh, I'm going to move to Michigan, because that's where new work is embraced and celebrated by its communities.